selskap, og det går på de av dere som på LinkedIn. Jeg ønsker at alle skal være på LinkedIn, selvfølgelig har vi ansatte. Men da bør vi også ha en god mal som ser proff ut, så at at det ser bra ut, at vi jobber i måte linje. Men det skal Inam fortelle mer om. Han holder lønnsseminaret på engelsk. Så ingen har noen problem med å følge med på det. Så, velkommen, vær så god.
Tusen takk. Jeg kan norsk. Jeg snakker litt på norsk, men jeg kan så hvis du har noen spørsmål på norsk. Vær så snill, spør meg, men I feel more comfortable in English. That's okay. This is my name is Inam Sharif. Yeah, just in case you want to, I'm not used to this. Just in case you want to, I'll use this. I'm like an old school teacher. So you know, always I ask anyone who's at my workshops. I have LinkedIn workshop every month for students. Apart from a lot of other workshops, I do workshops for Microsoft and their ISVs. That's how I met Tom Eric. Always have your mobile phone ready because there could be something interesting that pops up if you can just quickly take a picture or so on and so forth. Right, so this is a bit about myself. First of all, just to let you know why you should be using this valuable time of yours listening to me is because currently these two organizations are my clients. Very soon is Google. We're working on a project called Dubai Oslo Media City. Together with Google, it's going to be a connected, it's going to be a connected city, a media hub, so as to speak. This is my event. I will just find a way to play this, if this plays, okay. This is okay. This is just this is something we have at Mesh, and it's called Media Monday Oslo, and as you see, it's showcasing a lot of stuff, a lot of information and stuff like that. And the reason why I actually want to give you a quick note about this is simply because that entire event was organized using LinkedIn. And what's amazing about this event is we bring on very interesting technologies, because I'm a tech geek, and some such as augmented reality, artificial intelligence, and also the target market here that you see. These are very specific target market. The people who come for these events are people from large organizations or who are exactly the kind of target market. So this is the power that LinkedIn basically gives you. You can target when you have events or workshops, or when you're selling a product, and you can laser focus. The customer doesn't have to find you anymore. You can find exactly the customer you're looking for. So to come to that point takes a little bit of work. This is a quick rundown of what I see in the near future. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, automation, not the old automation, but the new type of automation, also powered by artificial intelligence and big data. Wearable technologies, augmented reality, virtual reality, the Internet of Things, new energy technology, circular economy, sharing economy, and of course this other stuff has a whole lot of information. I don't want to go so much into that, but I'm pretty sure all of you have heard almost all of these words, right? So I don't have to go through this all over again. Right, so this, most of you have this. Is there anyone who doesn't have this? And the question is, what is this device?
Computer.
Or rather, the question is, what do you want it to be? Can anyone tell me something interesting that you want this device to be? Just give me
Organize my life.
Organize your life.
Telephone?
Good example. Recently, Caterpillar came up with Caterpillar has its own cat phone. They came up with a solution which basically allows you to monitor the air quality of the environment that you're working in, especially if you're working in dangerous environments, in tunnels and so on and so forth. It's all integrated into this. So the applications for this particular device is unlimited, more or less. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. When it goes down to wearable levels where you wear everything, your glass becomes your screen, your camera, and so on and so forth. So the technology, we are only limited by our imagination. Here's something that I wanted. I use it to keep my kids entertained, my wife mostly, you know, pays on this. And also I keep in touch with almost all my customers. Whatever emails, whatever PowerPoint presentations I need to make, everything, it comes here. So I'm always on the run, so I rarely use this. Most of the time, this is what it's been used. So here's a very interesting, does everyone know this gentleman? Okay, this is, well, he's Tony Robbins, one of the well-known motivational speakers. He's been in business for a long time. One of the things that he tells successful businesses, when you separate the businesses which are continuously successful and the businesses that eventually die off, like the Kodaks and so on and so forth, there are two major things: marketing and innovation. So these are the two major factors that make an organization continuously grow. And you see even large juggernauts like Microsoft had to completely change, or not completely, but change their business model to come back up onto the stock market. And you see massive organizations like Facebook just lost 40% of its stock value because they changed an algorithm which was forced by people who consume their news, because once this whole fake news thing came on, they had to change their algorithm, which shot their own profit margins and took their own big hit in the stock market. But they had to do that because today's audience, today's customer is an educated customer. If I want to know about any particular solution that you're selling, I can Google the hell out of it and I can find the information, and I can find many companies who are selling the same product and do a comparison analysis. Today I can do this from my phone. Let's call it a phone, right? So today the person who's purchasing from you is no longer the former customer. Today is an extremely educated, very well connected customer, right? So that's why an organization needs marketing and innovation. On the innovation side, you guys are better than that, better at that than I am. But the marketing side definitely is. And an organization that's marketing, if you're an organization that's marketing teddy bears, LinkedIn I wouldn't recommend, right? But an organization that's working with the kind of technology you're working with, there is no other platform right now that I can recommend than LinkedIn, right? And also, as the introduction said, $26 billion Microsoft spent on acquiring this. And there's a reason why somebody like Satya Nadella and Bill Gates would obviously okay such a purchase, because this is the most valuable business asset that you could be a part of. And the amazing thing is, it's free. How cool is that? You know? And for me, for someone like me, I cannot believe there's something this so amazing. In the past, if I was to get access to a database like LinkedIn, you know how much a marketing person will have to pay. Insane money to any row and all this stuff. Today, it's there. It's not just there, it's telling about, let's say for example, let's take the innovation side of it. I'm a bit of a geek, okay? So I needed to know how water reacts with plasma, for some stupid reason. And I actually found research done on it, and I connected, and I found the people, and I connected with them through LinkedIn. So I don't know if I'm going to do with that or anything or not. Maybe I'll give it to Eric. But the thing is, that's the kind of power. If you feel that because today, as I told you, the economies, business models, technology is changing. So Malta-Vigno or any other organization has no choice but to change. And if you have an amazing idea, if you have an amazing solution that you want to implement, LinkedIn is the perfect platform for you to go and find. You can find this through Google, connect with the people on LinkedIn, and take your journey from there onwards. Here are some of the few things that LinkedIn is being used for: sales, marketing, human resource management, procurement, channel management, which I feel sort of covers more or less what Multimedia does. So I wouldn't go into that much detail. So quickly coming down to building your profile, this is an extremely important part about LinkedIn, because at the end of the day, this is where it all starts, right? Your profile. Now, your profile, first of all, is not your CV. So make sure you do not just take, because everyone thinks your CV, you just take it and dump it onto LinkedIn and that's it. It's extremely unprofessional, because number one, if you're working for a prestigious company like Multimedia and somebody sees your LinkedIn profile and sees it as though it looks like you're looking for a job, what it's going to tell about, it's going to tell something bad about yourself, right? And definitely something bad about Multimedia. So it's a bad employer. And if you're an engineer, a prestigious position that you're having working on projects, and if your profile looks like you're looking for a job, you're just confusing. Because if you're not looking for a job, why is it there? Okay, if you're looking for a job, it's a different thing, right? But that's up to you. So number one, when you're building your profile, you have to not look at CVs, you have to look at websites which provide similar services to yourself. You could be an engineer, and there could be a company providing an engineering solution similar to you. So look at how attractively they made their website. I do this on a one-to-one basis. I don't hardly have time for that. I have 5 minutes left. So if when you're building your profile, it shouldn't be such a long sort of a summary about yourself. It should be sweet. It should be bang on to the point, because today we are living in a world where 2-second latency of launching an app is too late. We want apps to launch. We want the programs to run even before we know that we need that program. We're living in predictive analysis sort of a world right now. You guys know what this means, right? I don't have to explain. So always make sure that when you're building a profile, like we will go through this exercise later on as we have spoke with, so I don't have time to go through, but make sure what your goals are. What do you want to do? Are you working on a new technology for water purification? And are you looking for people who are doing research into water purification technology? Do you want to bring them, or do you want to collaborate with them to further develop this technology? I'm just guessing, right? Or are you looking to go into a new market? If you're a sales or marketing guy, do you need to know people who are the decision makers within that industry sectors? So based on your specific, and your requirements could change within a week, within a month, within 6 months, within a year. It's no problem. You can always change your profile. It's free to change your profile. But based on that very specific need for that particular moment, you need to figure out, okay, what do I need right now in my career? What am I doing? I'm doing some research to develop this technology so that I can put this onto Multimedia's portfolio, and I need this knowledge. Connect with those people and make your profile, your summary. For example, like I said, I'm developing a desalination technology. I met you, so I'm only thinking of that now. This desalination technology, blah, 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 which will work under minus 20 degree temperature, or plus 30 degree temperature, and blah, blah, blah with this, So don't put the whole thing, but just make sure your summary talks that, so that anyone knows, okay, this is a guy. If I've developed something at home, and I know this is the guy I need to get in touch with. Or if you're saying we are looking at African countries which are having a problem with salt water, with fresh water, blah, 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 build your profile based on that specific need. And if you're finished with that project, you change your profile. There's no police going to come and bang on your door. Why did you change your LinkedIn profile? It's not going to happen, So create a customer-centric profile, based on all of you have specific needs. Normally I go around and ask what your needs are, and I give a little example. I have 2 minutes for that. So yeah, this is one of the most important things. This is extremely primary, because once you build your profile, the most important thing is connecting with somebody, because that's what LinkedIn is about. Because today's world, artificial intelligence hasn't come that far to do business decisions for you. You do the purchasing decision, or human beings do the purchasing decision. So connecting people, never ever, if you find Hussein Sharif, never click on this directly. That is a big time no-no. It's extremely unprofessional, because then you get like a flat message that has no meaning at all. Click on this, and then this window opens, and click here, personalize invite. And then write saying, hi, I am looking into the African market. I see that you're working with the United Nations in water resource, blah, blah, blah. A very 2 to 3 line, not more than 3 line introduction as to why you want to connect. We are all professionals here. All of you almost are more educated than me and, more experienced and so on and so forth. So be professional online. This is super important. This goes an extremely long way when you want to build your network, right? These are some of the tools I don't want to talk about, but we will eventually talk about it later. How you can make all this hard work, you can automate it, right? We have online CRM systems, automation systems, and so on and so forth. So these are some of the things that as I mentioned earlier on, that we can use LinkedIn. And how you can use your own resources to bring in more business for your organization. Even if you could be working on administration or on research and development, you're not necessarily part of the marketing or sales team. Today, every employee of an organization has the ability to bring in business, because you sit with so much wealth and resources. So here's a simple organizational structure. Usually these guys are expected to bring the sales, right? Through, some more sub-departments. These people are not expected to bring in new customers or sales. But these people here, especially in IT, I'm just taking IT as an example, right? There could be engineering and so on and so forth. They sit with so much valuable information when you are implementing a project. What type of challenges you had during that project. It could be anything. What type of technical challenges, all sorts of commercial challenges. I'm just giving these two as an example. It could be even finance as well, right? You sit with so much information that sales guys need. So once you know exactly how to utilize this information that you're sitting with, and you know exactly how to put it into the sales funnel so that they could create an interesting content generation system. If someone is typing, okay, what type of challenges do you have when implementing such a solution next to a seashore with 80 degrees, 80% humidity and blah, blah, blah. Sales guy has no clue that. He would know every single detail, but the technical people know this type of challenges. So once you know exactly how to use your knowledge, which is already there, and then put it into the sales funnel and bring it into the marketing funnel, then you see, without actually increasing your marketing budget or sales budget or anything, just utilizing your own knowledge and experience and skills, you become an engine for your organization to bring in more business. So that's what this platform like LinkedIn has now allowed us to do, to utilize existing resources, because today everyone is worried about technology taking your jobs, automation taking your jobs. But people are not looking to their own selves and saying, hey, there is way more value within me than just my position. So this is what platforms like LinkedIn have allowed, because individually everyone can have our own blog posts, our own videos and presentations. So once you start creating your own content, the people normally are a bit threatened to come to sales. If a sales guy called me, I know he's going to sell me something, right? But if a technical guy is getting in touch with me, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe we can have a discussion about something. So I feel less threatened. I feel more comfortable speaking to the technical guy. Maybe if I'm a technical guy as well, and I'm a geek, and I am a geek, I love to speak to engineers. I love coming to Maltani and asking about all this. So I feel less threatened. So technical people actually become advocates for their organizations. Then actually the salespeople, of course, the salespeople keep doing their job, but these people build much more stronger relationships, and they could end up bringing much larger businesses. So this is what we will be working on later on, as I spoke. So in a nutshell, this is what I want to show you. I think I'm out of time.
Okay.
So thank you very much. If there are any questions, please send me a message, or send it to Tom Eric, will send it to me.
Takk skal du ha, Innan. Den fulle presentasjonen